Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dead Space 2. So we're not in the place we were in before. I can only guess what happened is that either this game locked up my entire computer, or probably the Windows 10 upgrade caused my entire computer to log up. Or possibly just a simple like power outage or something happened. Let's see if I can remember the buttons. It's really important to come in here into this area. If you do not enter this area and get the schematic for the power node, your game is pretty much lost. Like, so if you were to actually miss this door, it'd be kind of hard. You'd have to either not see this or just not care. Then you would never be able throughout the rest of the game. Probably. Maybe there's another schematic somewhere else that you would get, or maybe the first schematic you find is always a power node schematic. Since we're back here, and since I found the equipment that I'm wearing to be super powerful, just like insanely too powerful, I think what I'm gonna do, even though we really didn't use any of these guns from EarthGov, like the EarthGov secret rifle, detonator, and pulse rifle, I'm just gonna go ahead and move these out. Just completely move them to, let's see, sell that. How much does that sell for? Not enough. How did I get to the point where I had enough to buy a second node? So next thing I'm gonna do is we need to pick a suit. Triage suit. This would be a 5% increase in stasis, which is not as big a deal as a 5% increase in damage. Honestly, I feel like I may have even been getting a 10% increase in damage, and it's just too easy. I probably won't even use stasis that much, so this DLC probably doesn't matter too much. So triage suit is like a medical suit. I also found out that there's a video that plays if you just leave the game at the start menu, the very first screen. So that is slightly interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the bloody vintage suit. I'm looking for the icon that would have been aligned with forged plasma cutter. Primary fire damage plus 10%. Heavy duty line gun for free. Fire damage plus 5%. Whereas I should be able to just buy the line gun right now, but the fact that I can have it for free is really cheaty. Let's see. I'm not sure there are actually any weapons that line up with this triage suit, because the agility suit has the agility lightning bolt logo, the shock point suit has the green logo, the bloody suit has this logo, the heavy duty vintage suit like it has a circular logo. And see, this this suit and its weapons like this kind of makes sense for fans who played the game the first time. Alright, so if there are no triage weapons, I'm gonna take back the guns I had before. And unless I was going to sell some bullets, I think I'm kind of cool right now. So I was able to get one node back, and that's what I need to do, so I'm gonna come over here. Now hopefully, interesting, why did the body re-summon itself or move? Hopefully we'll hit a save point before the game crashes again. I don't know if the game really is likely to crash at all. Yeah. So I theoretically saved that person. Some more credits. But we need to run here and just take our, like, let's not waste too much time running around. That one hallway does seem like it's a place where you could just grind forever. I would say I already feel like the gun is doing less damage and we're having a reasonable experience. And see, you can't shoot that. Like, I tried to shoot it, it didn't work. The arm comes at an angle where that's not possible.
Isaac, over here!
Who are you? It's the drugs, Isaac. They gave us drugs to make us forget. But it's all coming. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you calling me?
See.
Isaac, look out!
Like, seems like there may have been some people that I could have shot at or tried to protect. Like, it would be cool if there was some kind of reward for protecting people, but there really isn't. And you can really just run through. You can really just run through this whole section if you don't want to take it slow. Particularly if you just kind of know what's going to happen. So I wonder if the ripped open chest element is supposed to be an indication that it is a female. I did not stomp. And you really have to stomp. I think that might be part of the problem with this gameplay system and why it wasn't implemented as often, the cutting off the limb system. In general, it's a cool idea, certainly, but if it doubles the amount of actions you have to do to defeat any enemy, you kind of know you're not, you're wasting a lot of people's time. There have been a few other games where similar gameplay mechanics have been implemented, but what happened was in the process of the second action you have to do to kill anything, you end up having to stand around and waste a lot of time. It makes the game feel like you're just stretching. And I don't know if this really feels like they're coming from different directions or not. Yeah, that really didn't feel like it could even randomize between different options. And see, I believe this is, if not where we were, very close to where we were when we stopped last time, so it's not too far off. I don't see any nodes or items that are hidden. Nothing collectible. You would almost assume that there would be something collectible. And little flickers of light, like what I'm seeing here, are just light and nothing else. Honestly, finding extra collectibles in a scarcity-based game is cool, but at least on easy and normal mode, it seems like it doesn't matter. There were times in playing Resident Evil 4 where you certainly could run into scenarios where you had no bullets whatsoever, and you actually had to die and let the game re-decide that it's going to give you some bullets and let you succeed. And even at that, if you waste enough bullets, you still are going to have trouble.
There are necromorphs everywhere. Is the entire Sprawl infected? How'd this happen? The marker was destroyed, Dana. I destroyed it.
You destroyed a marker, Isaac. Tiedemann built another one.
On this station? Why?
It's powerful alien technology. Tiedemann wants that power. Get to the tram. It'll take you to the Cassini Tower's premises.
Dana?
Now, previously we were using the tram quite a bit to load into sections. It was pretty obvious. Apparently we can go back if we want. So the thing they're not really saying here though is what the Sprawl is. It's supposed to be this giant like space station full of people. They're trying to visually and audio wise explain that yeah, this is a entire facility. Have to get that angle just right. Can't open this door. And it's questionable, does this door open by digital interface or is it just a handle? And if it's just a handle, then why? I thought maybe there'd be something there. I believe there was a contest where 10 winners got themselves put in this game where they were brutally killed, so I wouldn't be surprised if they appeared in this sequence. Like, you really have to have no respect for the dead in this scenario. You see, that guy looks like he might have been a stronger version. But didn't really offer any more defense. The only kind of enemies that really make it difficult to play this game are when they start running at you, and that's where the stasis comes in.
Holy shit!
So ships are crashing. The marker is someone here. Somewhere in this place. Looks like I'm probably gonna hallucinate when I see this light. So this is kind of the opposite of the room with the treadmill before. And now I gotta tap A. Not a fan of QuickTime events at all. It's nice to see like a kill in a cutscene scenario like this, but let's go ahead and heal. Seems like our healing works better. So these TST trams. There is something here. A gold semiconductor. Some bullets. Still, for the most part, want to be very careful and make sure you pick up everything, even if it is just to get bullets, to then get nodes, to then upgrade our gun, which our gun now feels a little bit more realistic. Malfunction. So you've got these arm things from the first game that will run towards me and explode. So you have to shoot their arms. And with that final action, of course, kind of makes sense to go back and pick up the items. You can find them. You can hear him slightly breathing harder. I still feel like some of these doors are just gonna unlock in a new game plus. That was true in the first game too. It definitely felt like there were rooms that you could only get to in a second playthrough. And see, now we start hallucinating because of a screen. And I really wouldn't say that this is my memory of playing this game from a while ago. Because it's been quite a long time since I played Dead Space 2. A long, long time. I would say 7 years. Since this is a 2011 game and I'm playing it in 20... So we get to see these guys. They specifically will attack corpses and make more things. So they'll make more necromorphs. You don't want them just running around. They are the reason that really isn't explained in the first game that you need to specifically stomp enemies. I do believe I knocked him off the edge. I don't think I can jump off the edge. So I'm goofing around a little bit, making sure I pick up everything. So yeah, each of these bodies, potentially this crawler would have gone to and turned into a necromorph, which I don't know if it takes me 2 shots to kill some of these things, and then they're dropping a health pack or 5 bullets. It's very possible that it's actually a good deal to just let them evolve and show up on the make more necromorphs so I can kill more necromorphs and grind out a little bit more. But this really isn't a game of grinding either, so you'll be totally fine without grinding at all. And so you can see that that one just ragdolled. I'm trying to look up here and see if maybe there is an incredibly hard to find Easter egg that might be hidden up on any of these. This is a much better looking tram than what was on the Ishimura. I definitely appreciate that they've gone for a bigger area. I wasn't even hitting the controller, so it wasn't doing anything. A decent chance that I'll turn around and there's a necromorph right behind me. But I did want to mention, when earlier I said, is he going to slit his throat, and then the character slit his throat. That's just Chekhov's gun. Is that the phrase? It's just basic writing and understanding writing. When I saw that a screen looked weird, and I knew Isaac hallucinated, that's... well, this is not working at all. I am out of gun. I'm out of bullets. So I'm gonna have to use a lot of health. We're now officially using the pulse rifle, which is not the right rifle to be using. I should be using like a line gun, but I don't have a line gun enabled. I assume what happens here is the game just does not that was an auto animation there where he swung his arm. I don't think I did that. You can see my pulse rifle is pretty weak. And this is just an animation with the jet boots. I can control where I'm going, but we've never played like this before. Press right trigger to engage alternate fire mode for the pulse rifle. I'm not sure what that is. So at least the game is nice in checkpointing us at this point. So it knows how to checkpoint, it just chose not to do it. Now I'll tap A for quick time events. Okay. We now know what the alternate fire with the pulse rifle is. I want to be careful not to use it because I suspect it used a lot of bullets to do that. And as I continue to use the pulse rifle, my regular gun is going to decide to get less bullets. But actually this is probably a good turn of events, because if I use the pulse rifle on the weaker characters and other guns on the weaker characters, and then just save all my bullets for the fully upgraded rivet gun, or whatever it's called, the main gun, the original gun from the game. That's really the only experience you needed. This is just a cutscene. I'm trying to move or aim or shoot. None of that happened. There's a couple items. This is the hanging upside down gimmick that we've seen previously. Let's see. And I guess I'm supposed to just kill everything. Oh, there's more coming this way. So you have a full go to swing. And now we're introduced to an enemy who we've seen before in the first game. New boss character. A lot of this is cutscene, but I would applaud this cutscene for having a lot of interactiveness in it. Like, that's something you see less of lately.
What happened? I thought we lost you.
Unscheduled stop. Where am I?
How did you end up there? Hang on. This won't be the most pleasant route, but it'll get you to the Cassini Towers residential sector. Damn it! Timon has your signal again. Keep moving.
Okay.
You're very important to them, Isaac. Hold tight. I'll contact you soon.
As a power node. It's pretty mediocre writing to have, oh, we're getting hacked by the bad guy over and over again, and we kind of, I guess, pulse rifle schematic. So that would have been the point when I should have been able to buy a pulse rifle, is after this point. Having it already, as if this was a new game plus experience, changes the experience. Yeah, if I was just trying to have to use the line gun, and only the line gun, that would have been a lot more difficult, because the gun's slower. Even though I have put all of my upgrades into it, and I think I'm pretty much going to stick with that. Although, I think for just fairness sake, I probably should commit to purchasing the original versions of these weapons, spending some money on that, and seeing how upgrades work in that scenario, and how other things just turn out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the slot I'm going to start overriding. The first one is the first save spot in case I was going to try a hack. I probably would never use that. Second one was the first time we hit a vendor but not a workbench. Third save slot is when we have a vendor and a workbench, which if I was to use the save file editor and give myself infinite everything, pretty obviously I'd use the third save slot. And you wouldn't really miss out on too much of a different experience. Honestly though, I don't see a reason why you'd use the save file editor anyways, except for to potentially unlock weapons that you just cannot get at all. The way this plays here, can I get shocked by these? Apparently not. There was a point, I think, in the first game where you could get shocked, but it was by a much bigger laser-like creature. And one thing I'm definitely not doing here is I'm not trying to collect every single different way Isaac can die. It's bad production management. It's just bad animation budget management to have unique deaths for every time you could possibly die, or every type of enemy you fight. There are cutscenes and other interactions that could have been animated better for the amount of time you have somebody wire rigging and framing and animating a death sequence that most players will not see. Let's say there's 30 different ways you can die from 30 different enemies in this game. I've seen 2. I probably will get up to maybe 15 if even that high. So half of the death scene animations I would say most players won't see. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of players don't die at all or don't pay any attention when they die. The Tomb Raider reboot had a similar issue where there was very high, lovingly animated death sequences to the point where you started feeling like, did the creators of this game hate the character they were writing for? Anyways, it's been 30 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.